Brian Boitano's struggle to return to the amateur level has paved the way for many others to do the same. The music he has chosen, Aaron Copland's Lincoln Portrait and Appalachian Spring, and the words of Abraham Lincoln have inspired Boitano and reflect the journey he is embarking on.
It is more philosophical now than it was in '88. I think in '88, you know, people say you had the performance of your life, what more could you want? I want to put myself on the line again. I want to go against what people think of retiring professionals, of what, you know, you've had the performance of your life, now leave it. Well, I've always been the type to put myself back on the line, of proving to myself again that it wasn't just a fluke, that I could do it again and I could make it a way of life instead of just one happening.
This is what Abe Lincoln said. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew.
It's such a wonderful opportunity that I have to be back on this team, and at a time in my life when I really feel like I can appreciate what it gave to me and what it's going to give to me, and be in the moment and experience it for that moment instead of thinking, am I ever going to be an Olympic champion? That's not it anymore.
A lot of things have changed for Brian since he was preparing for Calgary 6 years ago. Mentally, he's approaching things differently, but physically, he has to do so as well. He trains mostly off the ice because his body can't handle the impact of the jumps as well as it used to. But he sees this as a challenge, and Brian Boitano always enjoys a challenge.
It's such a wonderful feeling after practice yesterday when people, you know, were saying, God, you're skating great. And if I did skate well in the competition, you know, you skated so well. The feeling that you get of knowing that you've challenged yourself and won, it's just the most incredible feeling. And I know that my life is not going to have that in it for much longer. And I need to take advantage of it while I can.
Happy birthday, dear. For weeks, Brian was worried that he'd have a terrible 30th if he didn't skate well in his technical program the day before his birthday. Well, he gave himself quite a nice present, the lead, after that performance. And when we come back, we'll see if he can continue the celebration after this final phase of the competition. As Brian Boitano said earlier this week, the greatest feeling you can have is when you've challenged yourself and won. Will that be the feeling he has tonight?
Now watch the trance that he seems to put himself into. Look at his eyes. And isn't it interesting that he chooses a Lincoln inspiration for his program? It tells you something about this young man. Right here you can see again the concentration, the closed eyes.
Dick Brian chose Lincoln Portrait because he says he's at a time in his life when he feels he can truly appreciate what the Olympic experience has given to him.
Now his triple axel. That takes a load off of his shoulders. Flip. this music from Appalachian Spring with the song Simple Gifts also tells the story of his approach to skating. Simple, straightforward, very pure. He has a brilliant spread eagle.
Brian said it's been 6 years since he expected the kind of perfection he's demanding of himself today.
Jump. He had intended that to be a triple. The fact that he opened it up into a single will affect the judges. But those spread eagles, I've said it before, I'll say it again, aren't they worth any triple jump? A death drop. Final scratch spin.
You can see the relief on his face. The first and certainly the hardest step of this comeback is over. He had 7 triple jumps planned. He only completed 5. His fate now is in the hands of the judges.
Look at the lean on this spread eagle as he goes into this triple Lutz. And watch the arm position, the clarity of the jump, the cleanness of it. Full, complete, really a wonderful move. And this, his triple axel. Now watch him step up and look at the shoulders go into it. Straight, look at the height. First you jump high, then you turn, then you land. He does it perfectly. This one, he didn't do anything and just did an axel and the legs flew apart.
Judges marks for Brian
Victor Petrenko
Boitano.
and Alexei Urmanov anxiously awaiting the marks. And here they are. The marks for technical merit range from 5.6 to 5.8.
Well, these marks do seem somewhat low in comparison to what he usually gets, probably because of the limited number of triple jumps he performed. But on a much more important level, I think he is deeply satisfied with his physical condition, with his training progress, and his mental control, all at this stage of his Olympic return.
His marks for
And the marks for artistic impression range from 5.7 to 5.9.
There's Galina Zvievskaya, doesn't seem too happy with something. Waiting for the marks to come out.
Yes, and we're waiting for the computer to tabulate who will be our winner here. You hear the crowd booing.
You missed!
Oh, well, that tells you the story, doesn't it?
Не знаю. Yes,
So the reigning Olympic champion has the edge once again today.